stand up before the court and start your appearances. So you have joined the legal profession with the aim of becoming a litigation lawyer. You are at the beginning of your career. You are eager to start your appearances before the court. You joined a senior's chamber, but the thought of appearing before the court dreads you. It makes you afraid of appearing before the court. So how do you start appearing before the court? How do you remove your fear of appearing before the court? That's what we are going to understand in this video today. So my dear young advocate friends and law students, stay tuned. I quite understand that at the beginning years of your career, the very beginning stages of your career, the thought of appearing and conducting a case before the court, especially the High Court, just freezes you with cold fear. I have gone through that experience, so I know. But friends, is there a way to smoothly start appearing before the court so that gradually you would also start arguing the cases? My friends, yes, there is a way. And that is mentioning of a case. Let me explain. Mentioning a case before the court is something that lawyers have to do routinely in everyday work. Every day, a cause list is published of the cases that will be there on the board for any particular day before the court. That cause list contains the matters which are already fixed for that particular day for hearing. It may be order matter hearing, it may be admission matter hearing, or it may be final hearing. So the courts are expected to take up only those cases which are there on the board and none else. Now, when such cases are listed before the court every day, many contingencies do arise. See, it is possible that certain lawyers whose cases are already listed on the board may not be in a position to conduct the cases for that particular day for one or the other reason. The reasons could be many. The common reasons are that the lawyer is not in the town, he is out of station, or the lawyer has fallen ill, or there is some emergency that has arisen in his family. He is not able to attend the court. Something like this. So if such contingencies arise, then there would be no one who would be conducting that matter, and the court also needs to be respected by informing beforehand that the lawyer will not be in a position to conduct the case for that particular day. Then there could be a situation where certain case, though already on board at the bottom or at the middle, the emergency in that case, the urgency of that case requires that needs to be heard at the very beginning of the board. This is called seeking precedence. The first type that I explained is called seeking adjournment. The second type is seeking precedence of the case. The case is somewhere in the middle or at the bottom, but the urgency of the situation requires it to be taken at the top, at the very first number. Then there is third situation where some case which is already filed, which is not on board, which is not coming on board on its own by the registry, is required to be brought before the court on the next day, or maybe on any other day in the week, or maybe in the next week, or maybe the emergent nature of the matter requires that case which is not on the board, though already filed, is required to be heard on that very day. So this is called seeking circulation of the case. So I have explained to you three contingencies. First is seeking adjournment, second is seeking precedence, and the third is seeking circulation of the case. So in either of the three situations, a request is required to be made to the court for either the adjournment or for seeking precedence or for seeking circulation of the matter. When is that to be done? So my dear friends, there is a system, there is a method. All such kinds of requests are to be made immediately when the court sits at the morning. And in some courts, it is permitted to make such requests even when the court resumes after the lunch recess. So some courts do permit mentioning of the matter after the court resumes after lunch recess. Some courts do not. But invariably, all courts, and when I talk of courts, I mean the higher courts, the High Court or the Supreme Court, they permit mentioning of the matter immediately when the court sits, but before the court starts taking up the first matter on the board for that particular day. So from the period the court sits and up to the period the court takes up the first matter, these kinds of requests are permitted to be made before the court. And this process is called mentioning of the matter. That is what mentioning is. And my dear friends, that is the most effective and the most easy way for any young lawyers, any beginner lawyers, any junior lawyers to start appearing before the courts, to utilize that opportunity to start their appearances, to interact with the courts. This gives you a feel of how it is like to appear before the court, how it is like to interact with the court. And these small experiences of mentioning a matter before the court will then prepare you for arguing your seniors' cases in due course. So that is the importance of mentioning of the matter. Now, who is authorized to mention a case? So, technically speaking, a lawyer who is appearing in the case, only he can appear and mention the matter. But in normal course, it is seen that the senior lawyers whose wakalatnamas are there on record in the case, they are quite busy in other work, in other courts. So this function comes to the assignment of the junior lawyers available in the chamber. And that is where you have an opportunity to grab. You must grab that opportunity to start appearing before the court through the process of mentioning before the matter. Now, what is the process of proper mentioning of a case before the court? Friends, I am making this video because I notice that many times juniors do not mention the cases properly, and that irritates the court. That sets a very bad tone for the court to begin their work, and that's not good for other cases. So it is always better to mention a case properly. So the process of mentioning begins with preparation. Now the preparation that you have to make before mentioning a case is on two fronts. The first front is that you should know the basics of the case that you are going to mention. Now when I say the basics of the case, mean that you should know firstly who are the parties, which party is fighting against whom, which party your senior is appearing for, What is the relief that the petitioner has claimed against the respondent? What is the subject matter of the case? What are the basic facts? What are the issues involved in the matter? Now I know that when you are about to mention a case, you are not going to argue the case in a full-fledged manner. Still, this much basic preparation is a must before you mention a case. This is because often the courts would like to know what the case is about, the case that you are mentioning, what it is about, whether any interim relief is operating in the case. If yes, against whom? And what is the nature of interim relief? So you must also know that, in addition to the factors that I just mentioned, whether any interim relief has already been granted and it is operating. So all these basics of the case you must prepare before you start mentioning of the matter. Now all these preparations you are expected to make one day before in your senior's chamber. Now if it is not possible for you to make those preparations before one day, then you should prepare these things at least some time before mentioning of the case. So that was the first front on which you need to make some preparations. The second front on which you need to make preparations before you mention a case is about the mentioning itself. What is your objective of mentioning the matter? Have you taken the consent of your opponent before mentioning of the matter? If you have not, you should first seek consent of your opponent, so that in case the court asks you whether you have informed the other side or whether you have taken the consent of the other side, you should be in a position to answer in affirmative that yes, my lords, I have taken the consent of my opponent. Rather, it is a best practice to first already obtain a consent and begin your mentioning with the words, my lords, with the consent of my opponent friend, I want to make a request. That's the best practice. So, you have to obtain consent of your opponent. This is important. So, being clear about the objective of your mentioning, whether you want to take adjournment of the case, whether you want to seek precedence or whether you want to seek circulation, is the first thing. Now, in either of the three situations, whatever may be your objective, you should also be ready with the reasons, the clear reasons. Like if you want to have the case adjourned, then why? Why should the court adjourn the case? Is your senior not in a position to attend the court that day? For what reason? Has anyone expired? Has the senior fallen ill? Has he gone out of station? Or if you want to seek precedence of the matter, what is the urgency involved in the matter? You should be ready with that reason. Or if you want to have the case circulated before the court out of turn, or maybe for next day or next week, what is the reason? You should be ready with the reasons for making requests. The objective coupled with the reasons for mentioning, and the next thing is taking consent of your opponent. So this is the second front on which you should make preparation before mentioning of the case. You should also bear in mind certain important tips before you actually mention the matter. You should always carry your brief with you. Yes, let the papers and the brief be with you so that in case you want to refer to it, you should be in a position to refer to that brief. Next, always reach the court for mentioning on time. See, you have to catch the court before the court actually sits for that day to to start its court business. These hours are very important. If you reach late, you would be missing the bus, and then you would not be in a position to mention. Third important thing you must remember is that never mention after the court starts its functioning, after the court starts hearing the first matter on board. Never mention in the midst of any case. That is a very bad practice. You would receive a solid rap from the court for this. So bear in mind, never enter in between and mention the matter. The next, always take consent of your opponent. In case you are not in a position to take consent of your opponent before you mention the matter, always make a point to immediately inform your opponent after you finish mentioning. This is a good practice. Let your opponent not be in dark about what have you done about the matter that is listed on board that day. So with these basic things, my dear friends, let me now come to the actual process of mentioning. I call it the anatomy of mentioning. How the mentioning process is actually divided. So bear in mind that mentioning of a case is a small argument. It is a small appearance before the court. So all the things that apply to a normal hearing also apply to mentioning. What are those things? What are those three stages? First is the beginning, the second is the middle, and the third is the end. What is there in the beginning? The beginning of the mentioning process is with proper salutation. Like if you begin mentioning the matter, you would begin with the words, my lords, or your lordships. That is the proper beginning. Simply don't start making your request to the court. You should say, my lords, may I request my lords for grant of adjournment of a case listed at serial number so and so, because Mr. so and so appearing in that matter is indisposed today. So kindly adjourn the case for 2 weeks. Your request should also be very clear. Okay, now I am at the beginning stage first. Okay, so there should be proper salutation. Another important thing, if in the queue of people who are there for mentioning the matter, you are the first one, then you would be the first who would be mentioning the matter for that day. So what you do, as soon as the court sits, you start mentioning with a request. You should be the first one to make a request to the court whether the court would permit mentioning of the matter. So you should begin with the request that may I mention, my lords, or may I make a request, my lords? And normally the courts do say yes, either by saying yes or either by moving their head like this. So that is the consent granted by the court for mentioning to the first person, first lawyer. So after the court grants that permission, you should begin mentioning. Now, as I told you, the mentioning begins with the first stage, that is the stage of salutation. So you begin with my lord or your lordships or whatever your situation is, your honor. Then comes the middle part. The middle part contains the reason. Why are you mentioning? What is your objective? What is the reason? So you start telling the court that, my lord, the matter at serial number so and so may kindly be adjourned for 2 weeks because of this reason. Or it could be, my lord, my matter is listed at serial number 77, but since the matter is urgent and the urgency lies in the fact that the auction is being held at 12 noon, my lord, this needs to be taken up early. So kindly take up at serial number 1, my lords. So this is the middle of the matter. And there is an end. The end is normally a mixture of request and expressing thanks to the court. At the end, you make a very clear request. You make a request by saying that the case be adjourned for 2 weeks, or the matter be taken at number 1, or that the case be circulated for that particular day, or maybe at 4:30 on that day itself, or maybe at 2:30, depending upon the urgency. And after the court grants your request, after you finish mentioning, and after the court grants your request, you express your thankfulness by saying, "Grateful, my lords," or "Obliged, my lord." That is how you do, and then you come out of the queue. So my friends, that is how mentioning is to be done properly. I think I have covered all the points that are there in the mentioning. Maybe through inadvertence, if I have left some point, then please let me know through comments. And I would be really happy to know if this video has helped you in understanding the process of mentioning and in actually gathering courage to stand up before the court and start your appearances. If you have liked this video, don't forget to like it by pressing the like button.